I think that the issue would be that I think that you would have an element of this protest no matter what the National Day was on whatever date, right? Because obviously for Indigenous people in 1788 or 1821, it was no better on April 13th. Wasn't particularly better on September the 4th or December the 30th or the 1st of January. And this is the problem, is that I think that the issue is wherever a date lands, somebody's going to have a problem, right? Now, I think the way that every single decent Australian recognises this day is that they don't see blank page, Terra Nullius, white man turns up and awesome kicked in, right? Nobody thinks that, all right? Nobody thinks that. If they do, you're a dickhead, all right? But everyone else understands that we are this great link of history, this great chain of history where you get things right, you get things wrong. But how can we not have a national day somewhere to celebrate the awesomeness that is this lovely island continent of freedom, multiculturalism and sacrifice that 12,000 people signed up to today?
Yeah. So I completely agree with you, Paul, that we live in the greatest country in the world and we have so much to celebrate about our country, from all the freedoms we have, from the fact that we live in the most successful multicultural society in the world, and we're extraordinarily prosperous and, by God, we enjoy a good life. So, yes, we do need to have a national day where we celebrate all that. And Paul, I do know that you and I disagree on issues from time to time, but I will always acknowledge that you've got a pretty good sense of where the public mood is going on something, and you must admit that the winds of change are growing stronger and stronger on this issue. And the truth is there are other options that we can be looking at. The problem with the 26th of January is that it is built up as a commemoration of either Captain Cook's arrival at Botany Bay, or Arthur Phillip's arrival of the first Phillip at Botany Bay and then around into Sydney Harbour. And the fact is it's come to symbolise something that led to great atrocities for Aboriginal people in this country. And what we need is an alternative date which can unify everybody. And there are options there. I mean, it could be the day that Australia was declared a federation,
where women couldn't vote,
on the 1st of January. It could be the day when Matthew Flinders circumnavigated Australia at the end of January and declared this country Australis for the first time.
Oh, they will object to that.
My perfect option would be that it becomes the day that Australia becomes a republic, and we pick a new day for the day that we become a republic.
And that's what you want. Bingo! You're going to become a republic. Bingo!
Surely you would agree with that.
Celebrate
that. Did he just say the winds of change?
Oh, hail the Greens.
About the winds of
hail the Greens. New Emperor.
Go, Rita.
We've been away from each other for too long, haven't we, everyone?
About the winds of change. Polling came out just this week saying Australian Republic has never been less popular. Thank you, Pirate Man. I mean, everything he touches turns into gold. That's not something Australians are interested in. But I grant you, once Charles becomes king, I think the momentum might shift. But I don't think that should be our national day. And let's be honest here. Let's be honest. We're amongst friends. Changing the date is not going to change a single thing. No. They will still object because it's the celebration of Australia that they object to, the activists. When I say they, I'm talking about the activists. I'm not talking about any community.